call this meeting to order. Okay, basically, okay, call the meeting to order, so you know, please stand and we will recite the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your seats.
And you can make. No, stand, you can make.
Senator for Bart. Here. U.S. Air Force Association.
Here.
Third Marine Division Association.
Here.
BBA 668. Here. U.S. Navy League. BFW. Here. Davido Vets. Gargano Vets.
Here.
So GR 671. Our gentlemen, we have 6 in attendance. We do have quorum. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge the public notice for 24 April and 28 April 2026. And you also have the agenda in front of you. We take minutes for it, review the agenda. Okay, can I get a motion to approve the agenda for today's? All right, or do.
Second.
All right, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the Secretary's report. I know the former Senator Tom Madad had put some notes into the chat. Okay, so with the Secretary's report, what is also attached here is the. What is that? Okay. With the Secretary's report, unfortunately, guys, I didn't print anything out here. It was in the Veterans Commission chat. In lieu of printing out hard copies.
Yes, I'm sorry. Already.
I will make it an IOU that I need to go ahead. So I'm gonna table this and I will print that out for the next meeting and put it in there. Go ahead. So it was now print. Next meeting. Move over Director Jose.
Good afternoon. It's on the agenda that was published. I do have a report.
Email.
Provided to go in sequence. With regards to the status update of any impact from Typhoon Sinlaku regarding the facilities or the real estate itself. No impact damages to report for the Asan office. The Veteran Cemetery does have some palm trees, 3 palm trees that were down, and those were the ones with loose roots, the small palm trees. And that one light post that's next to the chapel that went down. And that was due to the post being rusted on the roots. The Naval Cemetery in Lisagani was probably the one that did more of the damages, if you may. No damage to any of the cross or any of the markers. However, the big damage that we experienced from that was the waves pushing in debris from the ocean, sand, rocks, plastic bags, wood, all kinds of debris that were laying around that area, or stuff that was from the ocean. It took us about 2 days with a crew of 4 or 5 to go down there and clean up the whole cemetery. But no damage to any of the burial site. Status update with regards to the cemetery expansion. Just before Typhoon Sinlaku, the Attorney General supposedly the contract was delivered to the Attorney General for the Attorney General to review and sign. So apparently it's almost taken about 2 weeks for the Attorney General to review and sign the contract for the expansion of the Veteran Cemetery. I do have DPW working with me to try to persuade and push to see what the status of that is, but It's, right now it's in the hands of the Attorney General. As far as the relocation, guys, I know I've been telling y'all I wanna move there by April. And now it looks like we're pushing it into May. For some odd reason, the chief of staff is on travel, official travel. They do not want us to move in until they return. So our push right now to start moving in, because I slated 2 weeks on the last part of May for us to start moving in. We looked at trying to minimize some of the burial schedules that we do have. Just so that we could start moving in. For some odd reason, I was made privileged to know that there was a slight damage at the chancery. I don't know what damage it is, but I'm understanding it's just minimal damage, and I think that's why the chief of staff wants us to hold off until we figure out what needs lacking to get that repaired. Okay. With regards to the recruitment, guys, up there, man, it's crazy. So the VSR recruitment closed on the 2nd of April. I did put it on there, the process that it takes in order for us to be able to get these folks on board. As soon as it closes in April, all applicants, applications are reviewed, vetted to determine their eligibility. Then just to let you know what I'm finding out is it's all dependent on how long it's gonna take to vet all those applications. So it depends on how many applicants, but then also how many employees up at DOA are reviewing this for eligibility. So supposedly after that's done, they give the employee a rating or the applicant a rating. They send that rating out to the applicant. They give the applicant 10 days from when that notice of that rating is given. They're given 10 days to come back and kind of concur or non-concur on that rating. And I've understood before that there were times where an applicant had challenged it, and apparently they reviewed the application and they were able to be eligible. Okay, but those are some of the challenges that we're encountering. More so the biggest challenge is it just takes time for them to review all these applicants going in and putting in their application, and it's taking us a long time to bring them on board. Presently, we have 3 VSRs of supposedly the 6 that we're supposed to hire. 3 on deck that are permanent. Okay. With regards to the cemetery workers, the cemetery it's an ongoing announcement. As soon as they get a reasonable number of applicants to provide us at least 6 eligible applicants, then they'll send us the list for us to interview. But the same process happens to the cemetery workers as it is the VSRs. The CSRs supposedly, I like to say about a year ago, I was convinced by EOA that they do have a ongoing listing of customer service rep, because those are common positions in the government. Apparently, the listing that they do have expired. So it's not a legitimate list. So what they're doing now is they're re-announcing that customer service rep position again. I put a question mark there, or start date and closing date, because supposedly I called Mr. Meno before I started putting my response together, asking him when the start date of the announcement and when the stop date was. And apparently he wasn't able to get in there and give me those dates. Okay, a computer problem.
Okay, Joe, before you go on, right, the BSRs, you have 3 currently working.
Yes.
Do you have enough cemetery workers, or what are you doing to complement the staff that you already have right now? Is there labor, tech workers?
Yeah, guys, so for now, we got 6 of Department of Labor employees that are working with us.
Not hampering cemetery functions?
No, it's not hampering, but however, I've had these folks on board now for over a year. 2 of them are gonna expire the month of May, and they cannot be extended any further. So with that said, it puts the pressure on us to put the pressure on the OA to say, hey, this is the status that we're in. But at the same time, we do have Lilian Tasaka that's still working with Department of Labor to identify some potential workers, some potential folks and probably funding where they're able to send us more people.
Do the people that you've had for a year, are they interested in staying on?
Yes, so they're the ones that we've been mentoring, right? And encouraging them that put in your application. And Department of Labor is kind of helping them with their resume, helping them out with their credentials and whatnot to potentially help them be eligible for the job as a cemetery worker. If any, they'll be the ones more qualified because they've been doing it for, more than a year now. And so they're well experienced. So it really, it's up to them how their rating will come out on their application at DOA.
Can't they just laterally transfer over?
No, they can't.
What kind
They
of
have to go
bullshit
through
is that?
Yeah, I know, well,
They're federally funded right now as temp workers, so they actually have to go through the whole official application process.
Well, what's the difference if
In 1 year, right?
yeah.
They make them permanent. So you're gonna have three permanent. We're trying to get the other ones to transfer over to be permanent cemetery work, which is ideal, is what we want and been working on. The office over here kept saying, oh, we'll make them permanent. It's moving forward, which is good. Thank you. I have a question. When is the date for the class for the VSOs?
That was Monday. Monday.
Oh,
That's getting pushed, so I was gonna report that when he's done.
okay.
Okay, let me, is that Brad?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Thanks for the list of equipment, too.
Okay, guys, the next one on the agenda that was requested by the adjutant, was the cemetery trust fund. So supposedly I put on there the Veterans Affairs Officer, which is me, at the end of every quarter. And I haven't been doing this, guys, so, so June, I'll provide you guys the report, okay, every quarter. And this report has to go also to the legislature and the governor. Okay, so that's what that's that.
Is this on an annual or fiscal?
No, every quarter, every 3 months. So
No,
it's
but it's,
November, December,
is the year, is it calendar year or fiscal year?
fiscal year.
Okay.
pay attention?
Okay, the other one that the adjutant had requested was verification of the plot allowance for the private cemetery. So this is part of the dependent dependent. I know Vince has a master, that's just bad, huh?
Where's he living?
Dependents, indemnity compensation.
DIC.
DIC, so what happens is we encourage the veterans, the spouses, when the loved one or the veteran passes away, to come down to our office. So we could look at what benefits that they're entitled up to the passing of the husband. A big part, a small part of this is veteran being buried outside at a private cemetery, more commonly at the War Memorial Park. For me, I would love that to see that the reimbursement would be in full to the spouse when the veteran is buried outside a private cemetery. Supposedly, what I've experienced is when we assist them in putting all these expenditures, the only reimbursement entitled back to the spouse is anything incurred for travel of the remains. So the remains going from the funeral home to the church or to the home, or from the church, from funeral home to the cemetery, or funeral home, church, and then down to the cemetery. They do not get the reimbursement like we do as a veteran cemetery where it's $975 whenever we bury a vet. But for some reason, they are not entitled to be given that reimbursement. So if you all want me, my next conference is in August. I will start poking into finding out why, but for me, the way I see it is that the family opted to utilize a private cemetery, and because they did not opt to utilize our vet cemetery will be the reason why that reimbursement is the way it is, but I will look deeper into it. And then I'll hopefully provide you a more reasonable answer, but right now that's whenever we submit for reimbursement, it's just the travel.
Just a couple of questions, just on that travel. Does that include travel from stateside for a military dependent or not dependent, a military member?
Yes,
Transport to
Yes.
Guam to be buried?
yes,
That does include reimbursement?
yes, that does include.
Okay, and then the other question that I have, this kind of relates back to a couple of meetings that we talked about, was the availability of the crypts to where military members in the past, they reserve for their dependents, and they're opting to go outside. Does that coincide with the slot that is taken and being held to where they're being buried somewhere else so that you don't have the availability to afford that to another member? I think we talked about there's a lot of crypts that are reserved, but the
Yes.
spouses are either gone or remarried or.
And then it's not reported to the VA,
Correct.
and then they're sitting there saying, well, this
Yeah.
is supposed to be for Mrs. So-and-so.
Right,
She passed 10 years ago. Who initiates that paperwork to release that?
exactly. I mean, I'm just looking back at the
Yeah, so
availability.
we're working, once we implement this Veterans Information System, we'll be able to determine whether this individual is still alive or have moved off island and have passed and buried in the States.
Right.
Or for now, just for your information, we have like the report I was given a month ago was 801 remaining crypts awaiting, 801. The hotels awaiting. So that's all the reason why we definitely need that system implemented, but let me say this, there was a conversation between me and my staff that I think anyone buried over 10 years, I think we should open that crypt up, and we thought of
No,
it.
man, you can get fucked.
Oh, we done, yeah, no,
You can
because,
get fight back from the family on that shit.
well, somebody supposedly, it happened to us just a couple months ago.
Well, you're gonna expand the cemetery, so build some more crypts, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
so that's emotional.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, guys, the last thing
Take
here.
my dad out of his crypt.
The last thing is the United Veterans Float for Liberation Day. Supposedly the team now is Para y Honra, Para y Gloria, right? For your honor, for your glory, is that correct, John? Johnny?
As far as I know, I'm not in charge of that bad boy. That's Joe Pangilinan.
Okay, so anyways.
But I don't know, that's the governor's wish.
Actually,
That was what's.
actually, you took it over, right?
Yeah, so this Veterans Float for 2026 is gonna be ran by the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs. Okay.
Oh, it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so Joe Pangilinan knows about that, other folks know about it. Anything different, if they do not concur that I run it, then they could do their own float. Okay,
No, no.
the meaning, the rationale behind this is, our unity.
Mm-hmm.
To start working together with one voice and I don't know, for some reason, we don't like, we
Yeah,
like
collaboration.
Right.
But Joe Pangilinan is definitely started initiating the charge, so, hats off to him on that, and I think it's beneficial that you as the GOVA director take it because, it allows for easy and the funding, collaboration with the department, so.
Do you have any meetings planned?
this month. Oh, absolutely, I'll put it up. Brian,
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to show up to our meeting, so I can get my members to approve us participating in it. So our next meeting is second Tuesday in May.
What is it?
He was supposed to come the last meeting, he didn't come.
Haji,
Huh?
For a meeting here or a meeting in your place?
A meeting for VFW 2917.
Oh, okay.
I can't just go, we're gonna do this. My members have to say we're gonna do this. I've offered it to come to the meeting, bring it up, and we'll do it, but I'm not gonna go out on a limb and just say, okay, all my members agree to this. I know they will, but that's not the way things are done.
No, I think just in the.
Yeah,
Second Tuesday, 6 p.m.,
So May 12th.
Sinahani Mayor's office.
I know the last meeting that I attended, not this one, but the one prior with the HDMI. Joe Pangolina was reaching out to a list that he had, but apparently that was never updated, so he didn't know the point of contact, so I don't.
He contacted me.
Okay, so I was just saying, I don't know if that was the case or not then.
That's all I have to say.
well, we had a typhoon, goddammit, we expected.
I got one leg. I still do a lot. What do you expect? Me to sit at home?
I don't care.
No, Director Wynn.
Yes, just one question, and I think we talked about this in previous meetings, but I appreciate all the items listed here with regards to your equipment. But is there an actual maintenance plan and a funding to the maintenance plan? I see one right here, right, it says one required service awaiting parts, but do you guys have a maintenance plan to sustain this equipment?
You got a maintenance shop and you got a maintenance man down there, so everyday maintenance, so that's.
Yeah, they're just PMCS, right? They just preventive maintenance, but to maintain it, you got 2 Frontier pickup trucks. Is that on a lease? Is there a
No,
contract for
No,
maintenance?
it's purchased, it's
So,
purchased, it's
the
purchased.
backhoe, I mean, you need a heavy equipment operator to PM that thing. So I get the question, right, is if you're coming up on your annual report, right, to the governor and the speaker. And that's probably one of the things that will probably help us out in order to help you out, right? Is to identify what we need to do, and then, of course, date this equipment, right? Because everything on there has shelf life.
Life cycle phase replacement.
Correct. So if there's something, I don't know if you guys already have a maintenance plan or a maintenance, funding of the maintenance plan, but if not, I'm pretty sure DPW has a template we can probably use for everything they have. Just a question. You don't need to answer right now, Joe, just something to think
Yeah,
about.
so the way it's working, I just wanna be able to really, let you all know that, the folks that I do have are not as inclined as I would like them to be, right? They know general and basic, PM or bush cutters, chainsaws, but anything to do with vehicles. If it's a major problem where a brake shoe needs to be changed, we do solicit outside, repair those items for us. But I'll be frank with you all too, to include the backhoe. Many of that repair and many of that repair on the vehicle, I do on my own.
But with regards to sustaining, right, if we don't register the concern right now, right, as you approach, because matter of fact, today is when you were supposed to give that report to the legislature and to the governor, but according to the public law that Senator Tom Addison sent out, but that right there, registering that requirement, that's gonna help with the budget, right, and help with sustaining the cemetery. Right, so, but if we don't do that, man, we're gonna chase this rabbit down the hole, I think, in 6 months. In 6 months, some of this stuff is gonna turn over.
Okay.
So just a recommendation.
Is your maintenance cost for repairing bush cutters, a backhoe, whatever have you, mowers and stuff, is that encumbered underneath the budget, the annual budget?
No, so any repairs or any parts that need to be purchased for those.
Do you take it out of pocket?
No, we take it out from the cemetery funds.
Oh, you have a cemetery fund, okay. There you go.
Okay, Joe, you good?
I'm good.
Okay, any further discussion? If there's no further discussion, can I get a motion to accept the COVID risks?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion. Okay. Go. All right, items up next is our old business. Gentlemen, what we did pass out today, because I know some of you guys, I guess it's enough time here. There is a blank sheet here. This is the form for your Guam Veterans Commission, your nominations. So you don't have to ask for it. digital form or whatever, you have the hard copy in front. I'd like to, before you leave, at least fill out the information on the sheet. Turn it into myself and we'll say here before we leave today.
You get one.
Okay.
If you haven't.
If you haven't already done it.
Okay, we did
I know,
that. Last meeting.
Okay, good to go. At least you have a blank one. If it needs to be changed, you have the blank form, you can take it back and copies, right?
Yeah.
make a blast.
Scan it, yes, and keep it on file. Okay, this one, I know everybody's been waiting for this. There's a couple of things that put a bump in the road, I guess, with this VSO training. Number one, of course, the typhoon delayed. DOA's priorities kind of shifted on getting the payment for the trainer to come in. On top of that, to be very transparent, the trainer asked for payment up front before they travel. It doesn't work that way. As a plan B, I know VFW, you have Jen Paz out in Annapolis right now doing some training. I've been in contact with her. She shared with me a contact person in the VFW that I'm gonna have discussions with. And if possible, we're looking at doing local training. If everything works out right, and since Jen is still there, this can still possibly happen. Jen may be able to do the training. We will contract her and an assistant to do the training here on Guam. That's the hope. This is what I'm looking at doing. I just need to get confirmation from the VFW. The only input that I got back was we need to take a look at what GOVA's some of the limitations or the ways we can do it. The advantage we have is VFW is a nationally recognized VSO. She can do this. She can do this training as long as I make sure and Mr. Garrison, who I'm going to be basically touching bases with back and forth. My hope is that if she's still there and she needs 2-hour training to say, hey, she's a certified trainer, we will put the contract out. Jen can do the training if she's available. Right.
Do they have to be members of the VFW? But some of that training, they do have to be members of the VFW when they pay for it. So that's a question you need to find out. Because VFW does this for VFW members.
Sure.
Okay, so that's a question you need to get answered. Because you don't want to go through all this and then the person shows up and they don't qualify.
I will ask Mr. Garrison that question. So do the training.
Because for training, you have to be a member of the VFW.
Okay.
One,
They
Yeah. I'll talk to Jen about why I don't know about this.
oh,
this was just, if not last night, the night before that.
Oh, okay. She just hadn't called me.
Yeah, it's one of those things where when I was, so yeah,
I didn't
right.
like talking to you.
I don't blame
You know, she was off island when I was messaging her. It was probably
It's
1
all
in the morning.
She keeps working when she's
She
off.
actually finished graduating.
And yeah, she's like, I tested in like 6 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that
So
must be.
she good to go. I don't know if she's flying off back here tomorrow or not.
I'm working a plan B with a former GOVA employee who I just need to verify what the procedure with is to allow her to conduct the training. Of course, I was put off by this trainer we had brought in the past, was very open to the idea, loved the whole thing. And in an email that was shot to DOA, myself, everybody up the chain, it was, I want this much, I'm gonna bring an assistant. You're paying for travel, you're paying for hotel, you're paying for this. I'm like, this is totally way out. No, it's so if we can get to that point where we can find the local talent to be able to do the training, I've gone down the list of NET, VSO, VAC, multiple national ones that OPA used to do in the past. The method before was GOVA hires the employees and then to the tune of, $5,000 to $10,000 per head, they would send that one individual off to train. So of course, this is changing it where we want to get more trainers here. So everything is on hold with the trainers, with the training. I hope to get an answer. I will update everybody via chat, via email. Hopefully we can get some answers. Again, I don't want to find just one solution. I'm hoping to find number two and possibly a combination of both where you'll have a primary trainer and then a secondary trainer that can do the trip training and then the continuous, the follow-on training leading up to their background and so on and so forth. So
one quick question. I know when you do your VSO training here, so for the VFW, it's national, right? But this is gonna be Guam centric, training here. Couldn't Alan Turner train here because he's not recognized by the VFW, he's got the knowledge base.
Too fucking old.
Alright,
Senator, watch your mouth for life, please.
Yes.
Oh, come on, we men are mice. What's the matter with you?
There's people watching.
There's people watching, Johnny.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alan Turner,
Without-
wait, can I finish?
Sure, sure.
Alan Turner has not heard back from GOVA,
Regarding,
him to work there and help them out and train. Can somebody get back to him? He's still waiting to hear from anybody.
Yeah, so.
He's willing to help.
So send him away because I actually want him to come on board and help. Apparently he's hesitant to be restrained by our
Laws.
right, so.
Okay, so since Alan Turner is no longer connected with the VFW and all that stuff, I didn't believe, I was led to believe he was done, he was retired. I didn't know that he would be available. Now that he
He
is.
sent his thing into GOVA and he hasn't heard back.
I will call
And
him.
I understand the typhoon and all that, we come up with many excuses, but somebody needs to get back to him, because he does want to help.
Not a problem, we'll move on there. I will also reach out to Alan because if I can contract him to get this big bulk of training done right away. It's sole source. This is not somebody I can go and
He's
whatever. I will-
very knowledgeable.
Okay. I totally get it. Great, moving on. That's the update.
Moving on.
We'll reach out and move forward from there. The analysis of the 2027 budget, over director, that's on you. You're working with whatever the legislature gives you. It's not for us to decipher. Wherever this is old business now. Transmittals to the legislature, I believe the senator shared in the chats with what is proposed changes on certain bills were gonna be. Transmittals, I believe, had already gone through. The discussion, there was a discussion on the use of the Veterans Cemetery Chapel. I think we already aired that out in the previous meeting. We can process out in the next meeting. The legislation, there was one that I just received from Senator Bree, and this is about the legislature trying to move and make it their move to move GOVA up to the Chancery. I'm thinking the executive branch is already doing that. I just let her know that. She just gave me the thumbs up. I'm like, let's just get this done. We don't need to put it out on the what it may be. The amendment of the GBC bylaws to be updated with Public Law 38-90, that will be ongoing with the legislative committee within the Veterans Commission. That should be basically it for old business. Moving on to new business. The discontinuation of in-ground double burial policy. Joe, did you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, guys, so just to let Joe know, while I like the idea, we can't execute it. We can't. The ground that we currently have is the only ground available for us for double burials. If we utilize it for single burials, there's no other areas to bury folks. Don't, if need to.
So no double burials.
No, yes, no, we have to have double burials. So in that burial ground, just to let you know, there's 2 sections only for singles, and there's 2 sections for the real huge one. The rest is for doubles. Okay, so where the senator really was concerned was because I did voice it to him. The difficulty of the way that area was designed is, and we had one just a couple of days ago. We were supposed to remove like 40 head markers just to roll the backhoe in. To get into the middle of the burial site for the second person to be buried. However, we were able to strategize, again, the young kids were able to strategize and say, get me 2x12 and 3/4 plywood, and they were able to make a ramp for the backhoe to just roll in, dig it up, without us having to remove 40 head markers. So there's.
Mr. Chairman, I just got an email from Senator Tom. He said the Zoom video is off. I don't know if it needs to be on or not.
See, so then we're not important. We don't get Zoom.
Yeah.
If you want
It's just you, I don't know, so play it together. It's just you, not everybody.
Yeah.
Sit there and be quiet.
Are we on new business already?
Yeah.
I'd like to say congratulations to Master Gun Santiago for taking our boys up as high as you did with all the distinguishment with your ROTC. You guys don't understand? He took them to national recognition.
Yeah.
That's, no,
Appreciate that.
yeah, you're more than welcome.
Congrats, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
That should be in the announcement, man.
That should be, it should be in the paper, it should be on the news.
Paper, I think.
Appreciate it. It was unexpected, but definitely appreciate it and definitely humble.
Well, I put it all over the show yesterday, so just,
Thanks.
Congratulations.
yeah, shut up, you faggot.
The video is back on.
Oh, it's on?
This is on-
He's on his back. Good. I wouldn't expect anything less from the sergeant major to win a national award, so just to let you know how big it is, this wasn't just, oh, he won it for Guam, no, it's national. So he put all the other states and territories to shame. And yeah, he's ours, he's one of ours. So proud to think that, great, that news.
Yeah, just, Director, just to clarify, right, the verbiage in the discontinuation of in-ground. So we are continually doing.
We have to continue because it's the only ground that we have available for double berry.
Okay.
So with that, we're gonna strike that out. Maybe just move over to next business because Gova's got it under control for that whole process.
Yes.
He's got that, right? The establishment of Veteran Cemetery Annex in Southern Guam. Is this a potential or is this the discussion of looking for property on Cross Island Road? No?
No, I think this was this was an individual that was on the talk show that calls in and emphasized, hey, why don't we have a
Veteran Cemetery.
vet cemetery down south?
He is.
So, but the senator wanted to make sure we don't dismiss it. It's something that we want to look at and see if there's a reality to it, if it's doable. Yeah, so that's up to I guess the commission and us as a whole to figure out.
Make a motion, table that till we get more information.
Understood, which would take this, gentlemen, we're already in the process of just doing an expansion to the cemetery right now. That's. Fine. And then Joe, your attendance to the NASFA this August,
Yes.
you will be attending as well as who?
No, it's gonna be myself. I was gonna bring Joe Mano with me, but it's dependent because the accident did emphasize his concern of Joe Mano and I being gone at the same time. But we do have Lilian Kosaka who's also an employee.
Okay, you go back there and you report when you get back.
Yeah.
Over to Jim.
This travels to Savannah, Georgia, just let you know.
Okay, good to go. There was one item that I didn't get a chance to put on the new business. I did talk about it briefly, and that's July 4th. Right, I know you have your event going on. The 4th of July event was there was an event that was brought up by the America 250 committee. Right. The America 250 is I don't even know what I want to call it. It's a resolution that was created by the US. I guess it was a committee in the States that said, hey, we're gonna be celebrating America's 250th birthday. There's no funding that's going out there, but we'd love for all the 50 states and territories to have some type of a festivity. And the discussion went out with what kind of a festivity would this be, who's gonna be involved with it, so on and so forth. And so there was a meeting that took place. Wasn't available there last week. There will be one on actually, I believe it is going to be on May 1st. I will confirm, but I'm looking at May 6th at 10 in the morning.
That's for the.
This is the American 250, May 6th, 10 in the morning. So,
I'm sorry, where?
here, it'll be here in the large conference room, yes. So the American 250 committee got a hold of active duty units. They got a hold of the admiral, they got a hold of the general up at the Air Force Base and said, we'd love to have this party. We're looking at Skinner Plaza. I got involved. They're saying, how can the Veterans Commission get involved with this? We want to focus on veterans. And so in that, one of the initial meetings, I threw out just some ideas and I said, why don't we have a party type festivity, early afternoon, going into the evening, bands, live music, food trucks, pop-up tents, games, things like that. And they like the idea. I said, well, if we're gonna have this big event down here, why don't we ask MWR, Big Navy, if we could relocate their fireworks from Polaris Point out into Agana, and more people can enjoy the fireworks and so on and so forth. They said they would work on it. They drafted letters, they shot it out there. So with the Guam Veterans Commission, it's inviting or making sure that all of us, if you want a pop-up tent, or you want to be down on the grounds for recruitment or whatever it may be, the Veterans Commission is going to be identified as the not necessarily the key beneficiary, but one of the partners that is going to be highlighted during this event. And the idea there is to honor those that came before, that served before, which is us, the veterans. The invitation went out to our active duty members, brothers and sisters out there. And then I was going to throw the idea in of bringing some JROTC kids to perform before they go off island for drill team, silent drill team, whatever it may be. So we're looking at Cedar Plaza for the significance of all the different monuments that are down there. We show face, we come up, we shake hands with, of course, our active duty members, and we bring the community together. Basically, it's throwing a birthday party for America, celebrating 250 years. CAHA is a partner who has some funding that will pay for the bands, they will pay for some lighting, they will pay for some stage equipment, whatever it may be. And they have committees set up to clean up, break down, set up, food truck committee, pop-up vendor committees. So similar to what you would see at the Liberation Day Parade, just on a smaller scale, involving a lot more of our active duty members, let them be introduced a little bit more into the community, so on and so forth. And the Veterans Commission, we don't have a treasurer, we don't have funding. We don't have as an organization a nonprofit license for ourselves. So one of the organizations in the commission will be utilized to create a solicitation letter to be put forth to alcohol distributors. And this was a brainstorm throughout the idea. We said, hey, we'll have a beer garden, flash your ID card, get a bracelet. Active duty, military, whatever it may be, you get a wristband, you go into a corralled off beer garden, and the hope is the beer sponsor would be able to donate the beer. However, we don't want to condone giving out a free beer or whatever the rules are there, so we would sell it like we'll sell beer at beer prices of $17.76. We will have rolls of pennies, we will have a stamp, you will have a limited number of penny beers, and you have to consume it within that space. Yes, only because there's gonna be children that's gonna be down here and so on and so forth. Again, this is a party. We gotta just come up with different ideas or whatever. Selling a beer and a penny. Oh, okay. There.
What are the hours you're looking at?
1600 till whenever.
Okay.
Well, maximum would be 10 p.m., but that's the idea that that I was thinking of doing there. Right.
So we have Veterans Day, which is for veterans.
Mhm.
This is 4th of July. Why are we making it about veterans? Shouldn't be. Let me finish. Veterans Day is veterans. Memorial Day is the ones that give an oath. 4th of July is everybody. And when you start making this political, you are not
How is
celebrating.
it political, Brad? How is it political? Explain to me how
It
it's
is
political.
political, it's backing it.
How is it political? This is the America 250 committee. So
We're already
you want
on
to
it.
participate, just say you want to participate. That's fine.
Okay. That's simple.
There you go. It's as simple as that. We're trying to throw a party to celebrate America's 250th birthday. If you don't want the commission to be part of it, fine, tell me. We can say we're done, we're out. But
Well, you just said that the commission doesn't have this, and this. So why are you designating the commission to be a part of this?
I'm saying if we want to be a part of the whole thing. I might just tell them straightforward, no, they want to honor veterans in this whole thing. We're part of this. We're part of America's history, are we not?
This is, you're taking this out of context. You definitely are.
Well, when you start accusing me of saying this is a political thing, how is this political? We're inviting active duty military. We're inviting potentially the JROTC cadets to come down and do this. Friends and family to come
Well,
down.
you're doing it in a political time. You're doing it during.
When is it never a political time?
Oh, 6 months before the election?
Geez, now we're stretching and reaching for straws. Moving on, I will just end it at that. If you don't want to participate, that's perfectly fine, but I don't see anything wrong with putting the Veterans Commission out there to get some recognition out in the public. And if, how in the world is this? I get it.
We move on to public comment.
Yeah, sure.
Two minutes per. Wait, can I just want to start off like, I just want to thank everyone out there, right, all agencies and everyone that's doing their part, Post Typhoons and Law Group and all of our veterans and who are out there continually working, right? Who may have done 3 years, 4 years in our armed forces, came back to the island and are working in the government agencies with GPA, water and all that to bring our island back to where back to recovery and then also helping our neighbor around. So huge thanks to everyone out there, media, the news, keeping us abreast of everything that's going on, but super proud of how we came together as an island, how our veterans have continued to serve our islands. Ron's complete there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else, sir?
Do we not have a secretary anymore?
You know, it slipped, the adjutant, I guess, because the way the bylaws were written, I have to appoint a new adjutant. Because I believe Tom said he was going to be stepping away from that. Before I decide to go ahead and just appoint somebody, is there anyone interested in stepping up to be the adjutant?
Boy, at the beginning, when Chris Lawrence stepped down, we got too interested. You get the other one?
Sure, I'm running with this.
Yes, Tim Tom and
Tim Pazan?
Yeah. And we asked him whether now that Tom stepped down, not interested at one time.
We will reach out to him. I think Tim had appointed or asked you and Frank to be attending the meetings. I don't know if it was because of a conflict of
No, I guess he just did his term. We limited it to like 3 years.
Oh,
And he's been doing it ever since Chief Condiff had health issues. So he had asked for volunteers and of course you're sitting there and you're volunteering. But yeah, that's why we're on board.
yeah.
So Tim has basically removed himself.
So since Tim has transitioned, he raised their hand for U.S. Air Force Association, so either you or Frank. Yeah, that's when Tim had rotated out as appointed representative,
Yeah.
so.
So are you recommending one of us then, or after?
Sure.
You know, Frank's not here.
That's what you get when you don't show up.
No, there's a lot of graduations going on tonight.
There is. Yeah,
Definitely,
we gotta keep on track.
Okay, gentlemen,
Let me think about it. Let me think about it.
Frank,
I want to thank Fleet Reserve and Third Marine for donating for the 4th of July. Thank you guys.
you, Fleet Reserve, thank you very much, Third Marine Division, thank you very much. Any other public comment?
On the Purple Heart. Thank you.
Anybody else, gentlemen, around the table? If not, the next meeting, I'm looking at the 29th of May, or is that too soon?
No.
Good, that way we can prepare for from the 29th May. That is a Friday, we will shoot for 1,500. Barring this room being filled, I'll end the video, I will shoot a message up to. Or Joe, yeah, Joe. Okay, time is 16:52.
Most concerned.
Move to adjourn, motions. Second, carried. 16.
Hoorah.
Joe, you have your oversight on the 12th. That's
On the 12th, I haven't received the agenda.
Says on the 12.
I was just given a courtesy to.
On the floor of the oversight.
Check.
12.
12th,
Let me talk to Rob.
Say, unless when I mean one of us, I mean Frank. Yeah. Okay.
One of us named Frank.
I know we voted. Yeah, no, well. Yeah. Hey, that's what happens when you're not here to defend yourself, right?
And when I mean one of
It
us,
was a unanimous decision by the entire commission that you will now be the expert.
Yes.
congratulations, brother. Congratulations in please.
Oh, yes, he is a good man to do the job. Hey,
Tom Quick.
all right, gentlemen.
You have a good rest of the day.
Yeah.
Said he quit. Oh. Oh, and
Yeah.
Let's make right here, this is an action.
Follow up and say, man, you got a new title.
Yes, right. Transferring everything to you.
Soalnya kadang others the election. Unless the Morgan week is karena Bitguri left Morgan even on
One hour, this was.
Hey, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Translates.
1 week or 5 days.
I was gonna find it.
Oh, wait, okay, buddy, take care, have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you.
So you can frame it for a second.
1 week.
Give it to you.
I wanted to leave on the.
But people are just so. So what do you want to do?
Here's my front back.
Oh, send it to you.
What about the third one?
Okay, let me ask you,
Okay,
you're gonna be here for a minute? Let me ask you again. I can get
Maybe they didn't want to come out, do you know, something, get like, yeah.
They're looking for this.
Weekend.
Congratulations again, brother.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Have a good weekend.
You too.
So she developed, she got this one. I'm like, okay, fine. You know, nice, we got us. Ready to go. And then, you know what? This is not wait.
No,
Yeah.
So.
If anything, I might take it.
Yeah. So. I was speaking. She goes. I'm not aligned to go at this moment. She's supposed to be transitioning over to the VFW. So she goes, why don't I ask Jen? And so I shot a message to Jen.
Traffic light. Damn.
Actually, if we take the test brief. So, well, perfect, while you're there, can you ask the trainers? What are the limitations? And so she did shoot me back a WhatsApp, and it was just making sure that it was okay to go.
Hey, Joe, I'll catch you later. Keep in touch, okay? All right.
Hiring. Hiring Jen, but will VFW allow her to do this training? Or, because it wouldn't just be VSO, so it would. This would be.
And that's why I think Alan.
Now
Alan's the guy.
Yeah, no, now that that's on the table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him as soon as, I'll send him a message once we get out. Hey, Alan, here's where I'm at.
Yeah.
There's some funding that I need to earn,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
And he can do it.
he can definitely do it, and we'll get him the space.
Since it's local and,
Yeah,
you know.
it's local, which makes things a whole lot.
Hey, Joe, on your stuff for your.
Hey, Roy, is your office running?
Upset, yeah. You need
Can I
it.
make a copy, man, for Joe?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
We do go, yeah, that's sports. You know, daily, weekly, quarterly.
Joe, so hold on, I'm gonna make a copy of it. We do have, photos for each equipment. It's really difficult to answer them because I'm using all the map, I will just get out there and do physical.
Yeah.
I get it. And then I get them when they come in, tell them be water pass, clean this thing or brush it down before you put it back up.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, but man.
Like I said,
It's
it's hard, bro. Reach out, need something out.
but it's what we're used to in the military, and I'm struggling to implement it here because I need them more to get the physical job done.
We gotta have them understand there's tail to the dog, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are doing this every day, but if all this shit breaks.
Yeah.
So I just say, here's the deal, man, if all this stuff breaks, because we're not taking care of it. What are you gonna do all day? Sit here with your thumb up your ass? I have to send you home.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So we should understand, we can say,
Yeah.
okay, but see, I thank you for granting too that I have the skills. So as soon as I identify, take that sound, okay, what part do we need, I'll go for it.
Right.
If it's. Because of course, when you did overtime, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no trust.
I repair the back, I repair that.
I was out there. One of the chainsaws, so I got 2 electric chainsaws, but one of them, I can't keep the bar seated. Every time you start cutting, it starts getting loose, right? So the other one, I was able to cut everything. I'm good, but I had some mango tree that came down, so I got big pieces of mango. And somebody said, oh, people smoke with it here. So I never heard of that. I know they use tonga.
I'm telling you, yeah.
But other than that, man, just, I've been here long enough now, the storm doesn't bother me, it's the day after. What are you waking up to, right?
Yeah.
No power, no water.
I just bought me another generator yesterday because I needed 2. Because I told my wife, we're gonna have probably another 2 or 3 more storms this year, man.
I told Donna, she didn't believe me, and I said, look, there's another one ready to fight. I was
She's
thinking,
not back, or she went back?
she's back, she
Okay.
had her knee replacement, she's back. But I said, I told Donna, I said, I think October, November we might see. And she goes, no, we'll probably be good for a couple of years. I go, weather's been too weird. This dry season was really a wet season, right? So.
My wife and I will watch the weatherman from the States that's giving us an update weather here in Guam, and we much appreciate that. My wife and I are like, where's our weatherman?
You know what I do now, and I just have learned, man, there's a certain map grid.
Yeah.
Down by the Marshalls.
Yeah.
And if a disturbance starts there, I just start getting ready.
It's coming out.
I start getting water, get everything online, so then I'm not fighting everybody that does the last minute,
Yeah,
get all my gas cans filled and.
see, I'm trying to prevent that, but it's okay, man, this last one, I was stressing. It was almost last minute, it was already condition 1, I was still putting up boards. On my outside kitchen, boards on, so I could bring all my dogs in,
Yeah.
boards on the house, went up on top of the roof and strapped my tent.
So you know that-
Highway.
The reality is, man, if you get ahead of it, it's like anything else. Right.
Put you on that.
Hey, I'm going,
Take care.
once you get ahead of it, right, you just,
Yes.
I got, the only thing, but here's the other thing that I tell people. Those situations make you humble, because you learn very quickly what you can use about, right?
Yeah.
And the things that you do have, you don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
Because people tend to take a lot of things for granted.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, my friend, well, I'm out.
And we can get together, have some lunch one of these days.
I'll take you down to the sushi go around.
Where's that?
Rotary Sushi, they got Rotary Sushi is open for lunch now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll scoop in and grab you, I'll give you a call, like we'll plan a day or two at a time.
Okay,
I got I understand Brian's point for that, making it veterans, or making 4th of July veteran centric.
Mhm.
I get it,
Mhm.
I think anything you can do to help, it's good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're still on Zoom or not, that when you got the meeting after me.
Yeah, I don't even. Okay, brother. That's all. Hey, there'd be a lot of traffic out there, probably.
I don't know what the hell. Right.